From Brekkie Central, Koch and Mel.
Now, if you've just tuned in, we're looking at ways to improving taxi services this morning. Thank you for your suggestions. It's set the soapbox into meltdown. More on that shortly.
But it's been a rough stormy night in the Illawarra, south of Sydney. Nat has more from the newsroom. Good morning.
Yeah, thanks again, Mel. Rescue teams from Sydney are expected on the New South Wales south coast this morning after the region was hit by flash flooding yesterday. Sunrise correspondent Edwina Bartholomew is in Wollongong. Morning, Eddie. Now, we're hearing about evacuations in Bega.
Yeah, that's right, Nat. There are two areas of focus for the SES today. One is Bega. The Bega River there has peaked at 8.3 metres. That's a level equivalent to flooding in 1893, the last time it was that bad. So they're keeping a very close eye on that area. They have evacuated 2 properties there at the moment, but they did have concerns for 50. So as I said, they'll be vigilant and keeping an eye on that today. The other area is Shell Harbour. The SES received 600 calls for help yesterday. 200 of those calls are still outstanding. So there'll be lots of crews coming down from Sydney, also the fire and rescue crews coming in to help out today and help clear up those jobs.
So what about public transport in the area?
Yeah, the south coast line between Unanderra and Bomaderry will remain closed today. The City Rail is still trying to work out what has happened to that line. It was damaged yesterday in these torrential downpours. There's also some road closures as well at the Princess Highway, Rock Falls at Kiama and Gerringong. Also some flooding at Bega, Jamberoo and Albion Park. Now, Albion Park received 258 millimetres of rain in 6 hours yesterday. That's more rain than they've received in 21 years. So certainly a lot of localised flooding here at the moment, Nat.
Yeah, a bit of a mess. Thanks very much, Eddie, for the update. Thousands of Qantas staff are threatening strike action unless the airline promises to limit the use of cheaper outside labour. The Transport Workers Union has joined with pilots and engineers in pushing Qantas to guarantee job security clauses to stop the use of cheaper contract workers. The union, representing refuelers, baggage handlers and other staff, also wants annual 4% pay rises and extra super contributions. Qantas says it's against the clauses. International unrest is hitting drivers hard at the Bowser. Unleaded is up ½ a cent to a national average of $1.43 a litre as tensions in the Middle East and Libya drive up global oil prices.
Certainly in the near term, those are escalating tensions in Libya and just the unrest in the Middle East in general is adding a lot of speculation to markets, really driving up, I guess, the concerns about the supply of oil.
ComSec says the military strikes on Libya will keep the price of fuel volatile. The toll from Japan's earthquake and tsunami continues to climb. Officials say almost 9,000 are now confirmed dead and more than 12,500 are missing. And there were more nervous moments at the Fukushima nuclear plant after smoke was seen coming from a damaged reactor. Staff were evacuated until it stopped. It happened as the US Nuclear Regulatory Commission declared containment at 3 reactors was intact, and the situation at the plant appears to be stabilising. Internet giant Google has been slapped with its first ever fine over its Street View application. France's privacy watchdog penalised the company $141,000 for collecting data from Wi-Fi networks, including emails and bank account details. More than 30 countries have complained about the Street View program, and several are considering legal action.
Speaking of all that, happy 5th birthday to Twitter. Would you believe there are 140 million tweets a day? That's 1,600 a second. And the company's now worth $4 billion. The bulls have certainly been running on Wall Street overnight. It's actually just closed up 178 points, pushed on by Tiffany, who said that, who announced stronger than expected profits. So, fellas, we've all contributed to that on special occasions. To our region yesterday, and Japan's Nikkei is up 244 points. We were up 18 and 16 points, pushed on by our resources stocks. Commodities, gold trading at $1,427 an ounce. Oil back up to $102 a barrel. The issues in Libya aren't helping that. The Aussie dollar has stuck back above parity against the greenback. and also 61.5 British pence. Now, on the 7th to the 8th of April, small business owners can go along to a Business Builders Boot Camp at the Sydney Convention Centre. Be educated, be inspired, spend 2 days on your business rather than in it. And Qantas and